What up, people? Welcome back to the Audio Theory Podcast with your host, Superfly, and my co-host, Danny. Day bar is open on the other end.
What's good? Happy New Year, people!
Yeah. Happy New Year. Happy 2020.
That's crazy,
it's crazy,
bro.
Just to even say that, especially as someone who was born technically in the 80s. That's wild.
Bro, yeah, we fucking seen 4 decades. Sheesh.
Yep.
Sheesh.
Getting old.
Sheesh.
Start calling each other old heads now?
Nah, we're not there. I think like 40.
Yeah, 40. 40 is like an old head age.
40's an old head, bro. Yeah. Well, I'm still listening to like Lil Nas X. I feel like if that's still my playlist, I still feel like
That's a good little radar.
It was a holiday, bro. People haven't heard us since right before Christmas. So how was your Christmas? Yep. What did you get into? You get any dope gifts? You give any dope gifts?
My Christmas was dope. I usually keep it low key because my family's in LA, so we just kind of stay home. Don't really travel too much, especially because prices and stuff are pretty crazy. In terms of dope gifts, nothing out of the ordinary. I kind of just gifted myself a brand new TV for my spot that I moved into, which is
that was your Black Friday come up, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
So that was well worth it. I went to Arizona for a few days with my girl, which is dope.
Oh yeah,
freezing.
It's your fucking happy 30th birthday, so everybody knows.
Yeah.
It was your birthday right before New Year's.
Thank you, appreciate it.
How was that?
It's kind of weird because I'm right in between Christmas and New Year's, so some people forget, or like if I do get a gift, it's 1.5 instead of 2 because everyone's spending money on everybody. So
right. It's like nigga, you can't get 2 gifts.
Yeah. Yeah, I might get a gift card and like a chocolate bar or some shit.
Yeah. But how was Sedona itself?
Sedona was dope. It actually snowed. Not like while we were there, but there was snow on the ground. Like, okay. In multiple places that we went to.
So what's the vibe there? Is it like vineyards? Is it like what are you guys doing out there?
The vibe, it's like straight desert. It's kind of like Palm Springs. Imagine Palm Springs, but less to do, if that's even possible. It was kind of boring, actually.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. So if
like
you like hiking and shit, it's dope.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. That's pretty much like a lot of hiking and just like talking and shit.
Well, but it was so icy that we kind of gave up halfway, like to the point where we're fucking crawling just to like do a basic ass hike.
Really?
We just gave up on that, kind of drank and chilled in the hot tub and shit, which is fine.
Was it you and wifey?
Yeah, me and wifey. We met up with a couple friends who happened to also be going there. It seems like the trend of my year, like when I ran into you in Austin.
Yeah, it's like Austin, Sedona.
Yeah. So that happened.
Like, bro, you were going out there. She's like, oh my God, I've always wanted to go there. I'm like, yo, I never even heard this place till Blair fucking mentioned it. So,
the reason why people want to go, I think, is because that fucking like Microsoft wallpaper of like the colorful like canyons and shit.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's all there.
Yeah, so I think people just Google that and like it added to their bucket list.
Fair enough.
I think the dopest thing we did out there, which was in Scottsdale, which is a couple hours away from Sedona, was we were in the hotel. You know how they have like a bunch of pamphlets and shit at the front for stuff to do?
Yeah.
I just came across this VR one. Apparently it's like the only free roaming VR like video game spot. So we signed up for this like zombie game and we geared up with goggles and like these heavy ass backpacks. And it's like just a big ass room, but like when you put on the goggles, obviously looking around the room is like objects and like entryways and stuff. So we were like dumbasses just walking around fucking shooting invisible zombies for like a solid 40 minutes.
Yeah, like if someone was filming, I'd be like, look at these morons.
Yeah, we actually got to sit in on the group before us.
Nice.
Low key, we were nervous how realistic it was because the guy was like, raise your hand if you've done this before, and nobody in the group raised their hands. We're all like probably 20 years old plus, and he's like, yo, that might be a problem. We've had some grown ass adults like quit mid game and say like I can't do this anymore, like it's too much for me.
Just fucking with their head,
I guess. So I was kind of nervous, like, yo, how realistic is this shit? Like, is someone gonna actually bite me? Like when the zombie comes, fucking dude at the front desk just behind me like chewing on my neck and shit. Pause. But it ended up just being like a kid's game, so
Okay.
Cool. Nothing you should be worried about.
That's dope. And then what did you guys get into? Were you there for New Year's? Or were you back in LA?
I was there till New Year's, so I came back on New Year's Eve.
Okay, so you partied up in LA, or you just like did like a house vibe?
House vibe. Just got drunk with the roomies, and fucking ordered food. That was basically it.
Solid.
Yep.
Solid. My Christmas was dope. Low key. Got myself a dog, so we'll post the dog right here. Bro, this dog has taken over my life, fam. So I got like he's a red-nosed pit bull, dude. He's legit like a rescue. Like, yo, it's crazy. So, my girl's cousin worked like an extermination company, and he was going to a house to tear it down, but like they have to fumigate the house first. Like, long story short, and they heard something in the background, and it was this dog like crying, and they check, and this dog that I took in was chained to a fucking lawnmower and like left to die.
Damn.
Yeah, dog. So I was
how long?
Like, I mean, we don't know. I mean, he's 15 pounds underweight when I got him, like he's skin and bones. So we're like, I hope he was only there for a little bit, but you don't know how bad the fucking previous owners were. So he has like abandonment issues. Like anytime you leave the room, this motherfucker's just like in tears. Like I'm walking, like I'm like 100 feet away from my apartment. I can still fucking hear him. I'm like, damn. But yeah, dude. So I got myself a dog, trying to be a good human being, all that good shit. So Christmas was dope. Then I stayed locally in Florida, and then I went home for New Year's Eve. That was super dope. Girlfriend met the family. That was cool. My mom flew in from India. Normal family drama when you're together for 4 or 5 days. But we did it. It was cool because I'm from New York. Everybody knows that. But I did a bunch of touristy shit that I probably would never do unless I was with my girl. So that was cool. Like, I saw that fucking like. You just ever seen the pictures of like near in the Hudson area, the vessel? It's like a fucking beehive. It's like this massive, like, it's pretty much like a sightseeing point. Massive view. Like it's just stairs, bro. Like stairs.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I have like an Instagram worthy.
That's all it
location.
is. Like the dude who built that shit was like, yo, this could be the #1 Instagram spot in all of New York. But the view from the top is fucking sick. We actually went like late in the evening, like around 6. So it was like right when the sun was setting. So like the sky was fucking perfect. So it was pretty dope, man. Like, and the weather, dude, New York in January, 55 degrees. Like, can't be mad about that.
That's nice.
Dude, yeah, I had my jacket open the whole time. Like, I never felt like I'm freezing. Like,
yeah,
shit was super legit. So yeah, dude, you just got back, and then, dude, that first day back at work, what's today, Wednesday the 8th, dude, on Monday, I was like, what do I even do here? Like, like, what's my job title again? Like, what the fuck do I do here?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, just getting back in the flow. Yo, because I know you like to work out and like be in shape, bro. How bad did the holidays do your overall like fitness level?
Okay, I will say that this is the first holiday in a long time where I didn't wild out too much. Normally, I'm like that meme you shared or whatever it was. Normally, come Thanksgiving, that's like the fuck it point. Where I'm just like, Domino's if I'm even slightly hungry, like a whole pie to myself.
Bro.
Fucking...
Well, I guess you also went to Arizona, so I guess you were like forced to walk around, right?
Yeah, that the hiking and shit
that helped.
Definitely helped.
Yeah, because I was in New York, but I had a car, so there was only one day we walked like 9 miles. The rest I was driving around. Fam, I gained like 13 pounds, dog, from like November till now. And I weighed myself Monday. I'm like, yo, I feel sluggish. Like, clothes ain't really fitting the way they used to. Let me just check like what the fuck is going on right now. Yeah, I got that scale at work. I was like, all right, nigga, we got to get back together.
Wait,
bro.
Literally 13 pounds?
Literally 13 pounds, fam.
God damn.
Like from like literally like around Thanksgiving to like January 6th, 13 pounds were gained, bro.
Shit.
Like, I was just like, what? I mean, I'm sure some of it's water weight, but whatever.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the fact that the scale hit that number, I was like, all right. I guess the nigga was wilding out too much. But all that fucking Popeye's chicken I was talking about.
Right? I know. I did see that on your stories like every other day.
A lot, bro. Like a Sunday morning, then a Sunday night again. I was like, all right, this shit caught up to me for sure, bro. But it's all good.
I mean, the good thing is anytime I usually the weight I gain from the holidays, I can get rid of pretty quickly because it's like, you know, your body's not normally eating or consuming that kind of shit.
Yeah, and dude, I do keto anyway, so I'm back on that shit. I'm not worried about it, dude. I run. I actually just signed up for a Spartan race in April, so I'm excited about that.
Nice.
So come April, your man's about to be in the best shape of his fucking life. So look out for those fucking thirst traps on my Instagram page.
I just got back into it literally like the second.
Okay.
I was like, I guess my goal every year is like I can't be fat around like spring and summer.
Dude, my only goal is like obviously I live in Florida, so it's like 10 months out of the year is beach season. But like literally my only goal, like, I never want to be ripped, bro. That's never been my goal in life. But just like come beach season, a nigga feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's not like this dude right here has like 18 abs. I'm just like, let me keep my shirt on. Like, you know what I mean? I just want to be like, all right, we're good. You know what I mean? I'm not flexing, but I'm not also embarrassed. Like, we're good. So that's pretty much the only goal. So come March, I think we'll both be fine.
Yep.
All right, bro. So what's the name of the episode we're gonna do?
So this episode is called 2020 Vision. Obvious reasons. We're in 2020 now. Just gonna get into, I guess, hip hop and the previous decade, how we feel about it, the upcoming decade and what we expect from it, and just all the stuff that's been going on recently as well. So I think the biggest conversation recently has been around the whole Drake Rap Radar interview, which I thought was really dope.
That dropped right before the new year.
Yep. I listened to it kind of in the background, I think a week ago. And it was, I think after watching it, like I really admired the dude. He seemed super down to earth.
Dude, I don't know if he fabricated and the nigga spoke about everything.
Yeah, everything. He kind of dodged. I don't know about dodge, but like he seemed really insecure about the whole Pusha T stuff.
You think so?
I think you could tell it still bothers him for whatever reason. I mean, for obvious reasons, but you could tell that part of him still, even if he thinks Pusha T only won because he revealed the baby, I think he's still salty about it.
Yeah, maybe. I think the way I read that one was, first I thought it was cool that he was like, bro, this guy's not who the fuck you think he is. That was cool. Like that
was a cool.
Like he's like, bro, like I'm not dissing him anymore, but I'm not listening to him either, bro. Like there's no way. Like I don't believe anything the fuck he's saying. Which, I mean, if you think about it, kind of makes sense. Like I don't know if Pusha T still does like push weight like that, but it is like literally every song. It's like, all right, bro, like, you're not doing that right now. Like you're a fucking millionaire. You work for Adidas. Like,
I wonder if that was gonna be like his comeback diss, if he had one, was like trying to
destroy his character.
Yeah, destroy his character and just make him seem like a phony, basically.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that I took away from the Pusha T part of that interview was that he genuinely I think he agrees he took the loss. Like that was cool, because most rappers would be like, nah, I just took it that way and I didn't want to come on, whatever. Like I think he genuinely admits that, which is dope. And then the fact that he was genuinely pissed off that Pusha crossed that line about his engineer. 40, right? 40 is an engineer. Yeah, like if God forbid someone fucking, like if I was sick and like someone wished death upon me, like you fucking probably feel some way like they were coming at you, right? So like I took more of that, like of that point of the interview as more like annoyance. It's like, bro, how the fuck you gonna cross that line, bro? Like this motherfucker just does the fucking knobs on the fucking, and you're like talking about him dying. Well, like, what are you doing?
I mean, do you think he crossed the line? Because like when do you, I get he would want to stop rapping after that if it bothers him that much, but I feel like it's really hard to establish lines in rap when you have rappers joking about rape and shit.
Yeah, dude, and like think about it. If you go back to probably the most like illest diss track of all time, Hit 'Em Up, Pac and Biggie. But when Pac went in Mobb Deep, he was like, "Ain't one of y'all got sickle cell or some shit?"
Yeah.
He
said he's gonna fuck around and die.
Yeah, so I guess there's no rules to it, but I can get why that offended Drake the most, though. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying I get why that like pissed them off the most.
Yeah. Also, I don't think Pusha, when I listened to it again, I don't think he was saying he wanted him to die. It just sounded like he was pointing it out, like, yo,
pointing it out. Yeah. He was
your
pointing
man's
it out. Like, your boy is 6'6". Like,
yeah.
It was clever. Like, I laughed. But he also made it funny as fuck, Drake, when he was like, all right, bro, bravo, you pointed out I'm a fucking deadbeat father. Like, you know, like,
yeah.
Yeah, but what's crazy, I was talking to my boys about this, is like when his son watches that video, if ever, like 15 years from now, like, if that was my dad, I'm like, really, nigga, you gotta tell him, like, you weren't even sure if I was your son or not? Like, you gotta share all that information?
Right.
Like,
yeah.
That makes baby mother come off some kind of way.
For sure. And I think Joe Budden even said that or did he mention? No, it was Joe Budden mentioned that they were trying to like clean his girl up before the like Adidas press run or whatever.
Oh,
like
really?
Make her more presentable. I guess she might have been like known around, and that's why Drake might have been like, yo, I don't know if this is mine.
Yeah, maybe, dude. I mean, I get it, bro. Like, you're a fucking celebrity. You pop off with one girl, literally, and then they say you're pregnant. You can't be like, you can't be for sure. I'm not like, I would do the same thing if I was in that too, but I don't know if I would reveal that, you know, to the public.
Yeah.
And then like my son listens to this in 15 years, like, yo, why you calling my mom a fucking like jump off? Like,
yeah. I think at the end of the day, he's pissed because he got all this like insider information, and like Drake can't compete with that because he's not going to get any insider information on Pusha.
Yeah.
At least I don't think he has any.
Yeah, but I thought it was cool. Like, the Meek Mill shit was dope. The way he name dropped so like effortlessly, that's like when you know niggas are just like so big, bro. Like,
yeah,
he was like, yeah, you know, when I was dating Serena Williams, she told me this. I was like, that's a casual cover. Like, you can't just casually bring that shit.
Yeah, casually bringing her up. J-Lo, which that he dodged that shit.
Yeah, he dodged that one. I think he's probably cool. Like, E-Rod was like, nah, that's my nigga. I can't talk about at least fashion J-Lo like twice or some shit.
Yeah.
But the shit with the thing with Meek Mill was cool because he was like, bro, we were boys. And then I guess it was cool because Meek Mill already had that interview where he admitted that he did like a bunch of drugs and had no idea what the fuck was going on. So, because otherwise it would have been like, Drake, what are you saying? But we already heard that first, so this one wasn't, you know, too weird. But yeah, I think like most of the audience when that was like 2014, like when Meek came at him, we were like, yo, ain't y'all boys? Like, he's like on 3 of his songs. Like, where the fuck is this coming from? And then it was cool how it was fucking Serena Williams who told him like, yo, end this shit. And like this motherfucker went super in on that fucking back-to-back verse.
I just find it weird that that's all it took for Meek to, maybe he was tweaking and it was a combination of he overreacted, because that seems like a big, like, you're just gonna go at the top rapper because he missed the show or was being a little flaky.
Was Drake the top dog in 2014?
Not top dog, but he was
like top 5.
He wasn't just like anybody you're gonna like ruin a relationship with.
He wasn't just anybody. He was the up and coming star.
Yeah.
For the past because going into the 2010s, he was that up and coming motherfucker for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But dude, I really think, I mean, again, this is me fucking judging from afar, but I really think the Meek thing had to do with drugs, but then the drugs probably like almost like with alcohol, like it reveals certain insecurities. I'm sure the way him and like the way Drake and Nicki were so close during that time never really rubbed Meek the right way. You know what I mean? Like, like we could be boys, but then once I think you kind of smashed my girl in the past, like, that's always going to lead to some awkward tension in the room, right? So, like, this bitch is, like, on her phone laughing at Drake text. This nigga's like, the fuck's so funny?
Yeah. Or, like, sitting on her lap, like, sitting on his lap or some shit, like,
like, what the fuck's so funny?
Yeah.
So, that was dope. What other parts stood out to you about the interview?
I always was curious about the Trippie Redd God's Plan situation.
Bro,
it sounds like Trippie Redd just fucking missed a lotto ticket. I heard about it, but I never knew the truth because Trippie Redd basically, the rumor was that Trippie Redd's DJ or some shit played the song earlier than Drake's camp wanted them to, so that they just out of revenge took Trippie off. But it sounds like Trippie just was unlucky as fuck. and missed out on millions.
Facts, bro. Because I wouldn't say, nah, dude. I mean, think again. The whole release to the world was different, though, right? Because this nigga Drake dropped God's Plan, and then literally the next day dropped probably like the dopest video of the year in 2019 or 2018 with like him like just giving people money. Like, hey, they gave me $1 million for the fucking video, but I'm just gonna give everybody money at this grocery store. Like, so I don't know if Trippie could have done that. You know what I mean? And like, again, the song is God's Plan. Like, it's about him doing good in the world. Like, Drake looks like a fucking normal human being you'll bump into in the street. Like, I don't know if that comes across the same way with a fucking 19-year-old with fucking demon grills and tattoos all over his face and pale, like, you know what I mean? Just doesn't. So
that would look like a gimmick for sure.
Yeah, I just don't think like the audience would have like interpreted the same way. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, that was fucking crazy, and like it was cool that he like broke down all his albums the way he did too.
Mm-hmm.
Like he admitted, like, I was in my feelings about Scorpion, and like I wanted to be an R&B side and a hip hop side, and he like, but then he admitted like, man, it was probably too many songs. So, but even in that, this motherfucker still had like fucking 9 bangers on that fucking album. So it's like,
just hits upon hits. And it was crazy that he's already like, one would think, you have enough hits to fucking just tour for like the next 10 years. But he's like, I'm waiting for the next big one.
Yeah.
Like he's just on it every year. And maybe that's why he never stops.
Possibly. Him and Future were teasing at What a Time to Be Alive Part 2.
That's going to slap for sure. I can't wait.
Yeah, I think Future needs that more than he does, though.
Yeah.
I don't think Future's been bumping. I don't think we've been bumping Future like that.
No. He's super lukewarm right now.
Again, not for a while, because like in hip hop, this is the fucking problem with us. Is like, what have you done for me lately kind of culture. Because I just saw Future live, and the motherfucker hit like you said, he has a catalog to fucking tour for the next decade, no problem. People will lose their minds, but as far as like the millennial fucking internet culture of like, what have you dropped in the last 6 weeks? Yeah, he hasn't had like a banger in the last like, I would say year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That Juice WRLD joint album didn't do shit, and then the last one he dropped was kind of like, I don't know what vibe he was on. So yeah, I think definitely. Again, I hope it's big, but I think Future definitely needs that way more than Drake does right now.
For sure. And like, I think at one point they also brought up the fact that he wasn't like a Kendrick or J. Cole, where he goes on a hiatus for like a year or two.
That was the only part. That was probably not the only part. That was probably one of the points in the video that I was dying laughing. Like he's like, bro, I don't make music and go home to my family, bro.
Yeah,
like,
he's like, I'm really in
these streets, dog. Like I'm out here.
I was trying to visualize what he was trying to say that he like couldn't, or what. Like, is this dude just posted up in the hot tub with like 40 bitches on a Tuesday, or like? I
really think it is. Like, I really think of like him in the club, just like being inspired. Like, he's like, bro, like I'm out here, like I'm buying planes and like traveling everywhere to fuck bitches. Like that's like.
Which is dope, because he it must be like a research project for him, because he said that he's like hasn't been tainted by the industry, he doesn't do drugs, none of that. So for someone to be in that, most of the rappers who don't do drugs or like don't want to be a part of that stay home with their wife and kids and dog and shit. But Drake seems like he's out there just fucking taking notes.
Yeah, exactly, dude. At the club, just like, oh yeah, so this line didn't work today. Like, let me. Yo, yeah, that's crazy. That was hysterical to me. But like, yeah, like he's the fucking man, dude. Like, it's just 10 years of just fucking dominance. The shit with Kanye was always great to listen to now from his perspective, because I think we've been hearing Kanye's more so for the past 5 months. So like Kanye saying like, I've been reaching out to him, he's not like wanting to talk to me. But dude, like I had after that interview, I had to go listen to Sicko Mode and like read the lyrics.
Dang.
Like, damn, bro, that's amazing. That's amazing.
I never knew about that.
Like, I knew the thing about like checks over stripes, like that was obvious. But the shit about like I made a left, like that shit, like him talking about like, going to the, I was like, damn, this nigga went in.
It sounds, when you read the lyrics, it sounds like out of his character, because it sounds like he's literally trying to murder somebody.
Yeah.
And clearly he's not going to do that to Kanye, but I mean, Maybe he
But,
just
like,
wanted to
it
showcase how
fucking
serious he was.
It fucking slapped. Like it was out of his like. That's what I'm saying. He's like the only one. I guess not maybe not the only one, but like out of these rappers, sorry, that like can get out of character per se, but like it still sounds so fucking believable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I believe that shit. Like for those 3 minutes, I was like, yo, he might pull up on you. Like,
yeah. Just like fucking had too much wine and wanted to slap the shit out of Kanye on his way home or something.
Kanye, bro. Like, but yo, that verse was fucking like I was like, oh shit, was it? I fucking paused this shit. I'm like, this is just...
Yeah, that verse. That's probably my favorite verse or part of the whole song.
Oh, he made that song. He made that song. Like, again,
which is funny. They mentioned that he wasn't. He would have had the record of whatever, how many weeks. Yeah, most of them. If he was given credit.
And he's like, how the fuck did I not get credit for that? Like,
yeah, literally like one of his biggest songs the whole year.
The nigga was nominated for a Grammy for the song. Like, I mean, like that was weird. But again, it's probably just someone on like Travis's fucking camp. It was like whatever the contracts. Yeah. But what else stood out to me, bro? Like, it was cool that he acknowledged all the beefs he's had though in the industry. Like, damn, like I forgot about the shit with Diddy. Like, apparently like, Diddy like fucking knocked his ass out like when Drake was up and coming. Now they're all boys and shit, which is cool.
I don't remember that part. What did he exactly say what happened between them?
So they didn't go into the guys from Rap Radar, which are fucking phenomenal. I don't want to butcher their names, but the guys from Rap Radar, like they mentioned like the 10 people he's had like beef with in the past like 10 years, and they brought up Diddy, and I remember because that shit was like in I think 2013, bro. That apparently at some party and like Diddy fucking like I think this was like Drake probably feeding into the ego machine that is hip hop, and I think Diddy took it fucking the wrong way and just like snuffed the fuck out of him. Yeah, they're cool now. Like this thing is like at every Diddy party, and Diddy's always at his party and shit. But
yeah,
it was cool. But dude, like that's why I feel like Drake is always going to be easy for us to relate to, for like especially like guys our age that like we're he's 3 years apart from both of us. So like we kind of grew up together. Where it's like it'll be so relatable for us for like the next 20 years.
Oh yeah,
it's the fact that like, bro, like. Yeah, like if I have beef with like bunches, like I don't want to constantly be looking over my shoulder everywhere I go. So like, yeah, I'm just gonna squash all these fucking beefs, like, which makes sense why, you know, him and Chris Brown fucking resolve their shit.
Oh yeah.
It's like, bro, like, what's the point of us fighting? Like, neither of us are with this bitch anymore. Like, who cares? Like,
yeah, it makes a whole lot of sense when you think about it, because I guess beef looks cool on the surface, but then it's like everywhere you're touring, you got to check if that motherfucker's performing every nightclub. So Drake must really be out there if the beef is preventing him from fucking living his daily life. Because if he was someone who's kicking it at home all day, he wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah, probably like again, I love 50, but like probably that's why it's probably easy for 50 Cent to fucking troll everyone, because he's not out there. Like he's like, bro, I'm fucking making TV shows. I don't have time to be out there. But he'll go online real quick and be like, Fresh Montana, broke bitch.
Damn, I can't tell sometimes if he's being serious or not. Like, cause it starts off as like some high school level shit. Like he'll tease somebody, and then the other person kind of teases it, and then it escalates to some like.
Dude, but that's how it was back in the day. Right. Not to go off topic, but it's like, yo, I can make fun of you, but I dare you to fucking come back. I will fucking ruin your life. Because like, yo, he was, remember, like we go back, he was poking Ja Rule for like a couple songs.
Yeah.
And then Ja finally responded. And then this nigga came back with Eminem, Snoop Dogg, Busta Rhymes, Dr. Dre. It's like, whoa,
everybody.
And
that's probably why Drake didn't respond.
Murder Inc. again, bro. Oh, that's amazing. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty much it as far as stand-ups from that Drake interview. And I pretty much agree with all of them in the room where, like, I thought Take Care. No, I thought Nothing Was the Same was his best album.
I still have trouble trying to decide which one's my favorite. Even when I go back, there's a lot of songs that I forget were even on the album or were released. But yeah, I think Take Care and Nothing Was the Same are definitely up there for my top two. I didn't really like Thank You.
Top three for me is Nothing Was the Same, If You're Reading This, Too Late.
Shit, I almost forgot. That one's my favorite one.
That's number 2 for me. And then I think, Take Care is number 3. And then that's my top 3 Drake albums. And what's crazy, his like, oh no, I guess I'll include his mixtape. I'll put So Far Gone on like top 4, like, because that was just a fucking classic. But I really think Thank Me Later, his debut album, was his worst album.
Yeah. It was just
which
too,
is crazy
like,
because
commercial.
usually you come back from like if your first album's not what it needs to be, like usually don't fucking come back from that. And the fact that album has led to him being the number 1 artist in the fucking world for a decade is crazy. But I love that's why his interview is so dope, bro. Because I feel, first of all, he doesn't really do interviews, so we never really hear his point of view besides his music. So the fact we got fucking 2.5 hours of fucking Drake content was mind blowing to me. Like when I saw like the line on YouTube, I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be fire, bro. Like 2 hours of this shit. But it makes sense, bro. Like the way he explained why Take Care was like a flop. The shit probably sold like a gazillion records anyway. But he's like, bro, I fucking believed into my own hype. I fucking wanted to have every big artist on the album just to say, yeah, I got Jay-Z, I got Jeezy, I got Alicia Keys. And it's like, it no longer became my album. So, I mean, he may be lying, but it sounded fucking like it all made like theoretical sense. So that's why I thought that was super intimate and him being vulnerable and shit.
Yeah. I mean, the good thing is all his projects have like a different mood. The reason why I like If You're Reading This Is Too Late is I feel like I don't recall what album or project came right before that, but I feel like that one was when like he was on his like boss shit, super like 666 dude and like fuck everyone sort of thing. Yeah,
I think Take Care was before. Take Care dropped before that, so I think it was Take Care, If You're Reading This Is Too Late, and then he dropped fucking out of nowhere What a Time to Be Alive.
Yep.
And I was like, well, this nigga's about to take over the rest of the fucking decade.
Yeah, that was like the point of no return.
Yeah, dude. Once I heard Jumpman, I was like, holy shit. It's a rap for everybody, bro. It's a fucking rap for everybody. All right, so that was a cool moment looking back at 2019, trying to probably, understand the biggest artists of the decade. What are your, obviously you can't go forward without looking back. So what were some top moments, hip hop culturally, in the 2010s for you?
I mean, just looking back, it's hard not to think about Drake still because he fucking ran shit the whole time and like influenced. I feel like a lot of the artists is old or young throughout that entire time period. It's crazy to think an artist would fucking just dominate like that the whole time. In terms of like actual moments, I think it was just crazy to see the progression of rap, and now like every damn new artist is like 16 years old.
Yeah, crazy.
Whereas before it was, I feel like for a minute, like towards the early 2010s, it was kind of like
30-year-olds.
30-year-olds like Chinks and dudes like that fucking running it. Hip hop was still, or New York hip hop was still like pretty big. I think French Montana at that time was like a big thing.
Yeah.
Towards the early 2010s, and then like somewhere in the middle, it became like the more quote unquote like mumble rap type shit.
Yeah.
I think the ascension of J. Cole and Kendrick were really probably the two things that come to mind that I really liked. Kendrick especially because I had seen him at a tiny ass show at the House of Blues in LA. I think 2009 or 10. I think 2010 or maybe even 2011. But I'm pretty sure there was only like 200 people there. His Section 80 mixtape had been gaining popularity. So like pretty much if you were from the West Coast, like you kind of cared. The rest of the world, I don't know if they really knew, but I was super excited to see him. And then now he's fucking nowhere to be found because he's so fucking famous.
He's so famous, bro. He's so famous.
Yeah, I think that's pretty wild to see an artist like that achieve legendary status in like just 10 years.
That's the crazy thing. That's kind of like where I get like excited as well for like our own situations, like both for this podcast and our own. Like Dude, imagine where we're gonna be like in fucking 5 years from now, let alone fucking like 10. You know what I mean? Like shit can really. Yes, obviously everyone's working towards something, but I guarantee you Drake can look back and know exactly what happened 10 years ago, right? Because the shit was like not that long ago. Like I remember in 2010 exactly what the fuck was going on in my life, and if you told me from that I'd be where I am right now and all the shit that happened in between, there's no way I fucking believe you. So that's exciting and also probably fucking like terrifying as well, right? So
yeah,
I definitely feel you on that. Yeah, I that the ascension of Kendrick was definitely crazy. I guess what also was cool was like the way in the 10s that J. Cole fucking reached his legendary status with like never ever really being like a mainstream artist, but having absolute mainstream appeal. You know what I mean? Like even like I just know this because she spoke about it when I was in school with her. But like your girl loves J. Cole, right? And you wouldn't think like I know she's not listening to every fucking like song and like diving down through lyrics. Yeah, he's a fucking lyrical rapper, so. The way that he was able to, that's what's crazy to me, because like, all right, the Kendrick stuff makes sense, because Kendrick's like a different level kind of rapper. So like, there's no way you can't like that. You know what I mean? And then Drake makes sense, because like Drake had fucking hits. Like, radio, like you can't turn on the radio anywhere in the last 10 years and not hear a Drake song in the next like 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna happen. Dude, J. Cole didn't really have like those hits. You know what I mean? Like radio hits, like obviously shit that we love, we know, but like, and like the fact that he was able to have such mass appeal without ever having like a fucking song or anything that really like took over the world for any set amount of time is like amazing, bro. Like this motherfucker was top 50 in Forbes or some shit like last year. Like that's fucking wild. Like that's pretty crazy to look back at like those three guys' ascension and like how they all kind of took their own route, but all pretty much like on the Mount Rushmore of like 2010s like hip hop.
Right. I don't know if I could speak for Kendrick's ascension, but I think at least what I remember from J. Cole when he first had what was it, warm up or whatever, his mixtape and comeback, some shit like that. Even before that, like one of his first two mixtapes, I think it was called the warm up, but a lot of his songs I think appeal to girls, and it kind of goes hand in hand with Drake said something about wanting to make music for women instead of like bummy ass dudes.
Yeah, he's like, I'll diss me for that.
So I think like the female fan base, like once you've solidified that, like you're good no matter what. And I think J. Cole, that's how he could remain conscious but still keep the women, is he had a lot of like songs about dating and fucking being a player and shit.
Yeah, no, like that song with Drake, Hit in the Morning. Every girl knew that song.
Yeah, that was like, every girl knew that song. That was the mood for at least a couple years, and people would just say that shit all the time.
Knew that fucking song, bro. So
I'm sure a lot of people started fucking in the morning after that song.
Yeah. So that was dope. And dude, honestly, I would say what another fucking thing that stood out to me is I remember it was like 2014, the first time I heard the Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug song. And I was like, bro, who the fuck is Young Thug and what is he saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you would have told me, fast forward 6 years later, this motherfucker is like, dude, he's a musical genius, bro. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, that is crazy to me. Like, that is like obviously testament to someone who's just fucking talented, and like that's why you should never like probably like never judge a CD or album or a song off like one listen. Like give that shit multiple fucking spins. Like, bro, the way Young Thug has been embraced by everyone, and rightly so, but like the quality of music he's put out over the past 6 years, I would have never thought if you told me in 2014 the guy singing that song like din 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 like
just like completely off tune or whatever.
Yeah, you're telling me that's gonna be the guy?
Yeah, I remember listening to him kind of like as a joke. You know how like some shit you feel like is so bad that you end up kind of liking it?
Yeah, it's just like trolling us and like I bet you're gonna like this shit, you dumb motherfuckers. Like
and then eventually you're like, oh shit, this is it keeps it piques your interest, and then he starts releasing shit where you can understand him and he is like in tune with the beat and then you're like, oh shit, he just is a versatile artist that does.
Yeah, dude. When I fell in love with him properly in 2017 when he dropped that country album, bro. Thugga Girls. And he was like under his alter ego Jeffrey the entire time. I was like, bro, damn, like whatever this nigga's putting out, I'm buying it, bro, or streaming because I don't.
Yeah. But he, I think at a certain point, right, people were trying to claim that he was Lil Wayne wannabe or like clone or something like that.
Yeah, I think so, and also because he was also signed
Birdman.
to Birdman, so that probably had a lot to do with it. But yeah, Young Thug is definitely a huge standout to me for the 2010s, and then obviously Travis Scott. I mean, that picture of him, that video of him performing in a fucking parking lot in front of like 20 people.
Yeah.
With no auto-tune, sounding very different, but still having super energy. And then 5 years later, he's like literally the biggest. I guess with him and Drake is very close, you know, who won last year, but he's definitely in the conversation, bro. I think 2018 was that nigga's year. Like, he was the guy. Like, I think Astro World was also a better album than Scorpion.
Oh, Astro World was amazing.
Yeah, so, yeah, I think, the fact that Travis is where he's at, again, pretty much not dominating, but 5 years ago to where he's at now, I'm like, holy shit. Like, that shit, like, again, like, you like to think, like, when someone drops, you can envision it. Like, yo, this thing's gonna be a fucking song. Like, when I heard Drake for the first time, obviously, I don't think anyone could predict this, but, like, when I heard So Far Gone mixtape, I was like, what the fuck is this? Is different. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is really different. The same exact feeling I had. I was a junior in college. So 2010, and I downloaded without knowing anything at all about this artist. I downloaded Kid Cudi's first album, Man on the Moon, and I literally ran to my roommate Billy at the time, like, get the fuck over here, listen to this shit. Like, it's just different, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
At no point when I first heard Travis 5 years ago, I'm like, all right, it's just another fucking rapper. Like, he's like, you know, he's cool. Like, when I heard his first, like, Antidote. Don't you open up? Like, that was a dope song.
Yeah.
But, like,
you would have never foreseen like fucking just skyrocketing to the top.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that song never made me go check out all his shit. I was like, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, good for you. You have a hit. But then when he dropped Birds in the Trap, Brian McKnight, whatever that album, it was like, whoa. Like, no, because we saw him live for that album. Perform that shit. That was like, holy shit. Now we're talking about like he went from us another rapper, it's like an artist. You know what I mean? And I feel like there was a lot of guys, surprisingly, went from rapper to fucking artist, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think Goosebumps was, when I heard that song is when I was like, okay, I need to listen to everything else.
I need to listen, exactly. I agree with you 1,000. When I heard Goosebumps, I'm like, okay, this guy's special. Because the way he was doing shit with beats, I was like, whoa. This is not, like, this guy's, like, properly controlling all his music, as opposed to just being another artist who just hops on a fucking song and hopefully his voice works with the beat. Like, he's very much in control of, like, everything the way it's sounding. Because there was a lot of songs on that Goosebumps album where it was very Kanye inspired. You know what I mean? Like, the changing of the beat real quick and, like, 3 songs becoming 1 song. Like, that was very impressive.
Yeah, for sure.
So he was a standout. Who else stood out for you in the 2010s?
2010s. I'm trying to think. It's weird because, well, I mean, Nicki, of course. I mean, I wasn't really checking for her music like that, but I think she's transformed from like a budding female artist to like a really disgruntled, bitter superstar.
Yeah, the rise and fall. To say fall is aggressive,
crazy.
But the rise and fall of that, quote unquote, was pretty quick.
Yeah.
Like, if you think about it, right? Because it all happened in that decade. Like, like, she was this shit on that. Like, I think she became a star on that Monster song on, and that came out in 2010. Because that was on the Kanye album. Like
Yeah.
that was her fucking moment. It's like, holy shit, this female rapper had the best verse on a song that had Jay-Z, Kanye, and Rick Ross. Like, what?
Yeah.
And then for her to become the shit, and then just be it's just, again, the whole shit with her and Cardi B is like, bitch, like, why are you so bitter? Like, just, there's room for all y'all. There's like 1,000 male rappers. There can be 3 female rappers. Like,
Right. Yeah. Or just take a seat back and enjoy your money.
yeah.
And for whatever reason, like, no female rappers ascended to the top until the past couple years. I mean, Cardi's obviously like on top now, but
and the fact that it's not her, I mean, if you would have told me in 2011 if she was going to be the top 2 female artists, I'd probably say for sure. And the fact that it's Cardi and Megan Thee Stallion, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Well, Nicki buddied up with Megan, so I guess she had to like form her alliance with somebody to take.
It's like super clout chasing though.
Yeah, I thought she has to do it, otherwise nobody's gonna like her.
Facts. Like, like be at least like one bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Damn, yo, who do you would? I feel like I know your vote. Who do you think was the most underrated artist of the 2010s?
Most underrated? Huh. Let me just look at my phone real quick. But I think there's a lot.
I guess the other way to phrase it is like if you go back to like NBA terms, like the 6th man of the year. Like, he's not a star.
Yeah.
But he's still like he's
not
kids.
It's not Tory Lanez, if that's who you were thinking. I was gonna say
Tory Lanez.
Shit. I think it might be Ty Dolla $ign.
Yo, for sure, it has to be, bro. It has to be.
Yeah, Ty Dolla $ign.
6th man of the year is Ty Dolla $ign, bro. Like, it has to be, bro. Like, he's not the main guy. Like, he doesn't start, but this nigga gets buckets, bro.
Yeah.
And think about it, yo, he's pretty much been around since like 2012. You know what I mean? Just consistent.
He had a song, and it was called Superstar or Sports Car or some shit. Hold on, let me find it. But I remember hearing this song and I was like, oh shit, this song's dope. Who is this dude? And then like I never heard anything from him. It was Ty Dolla $ign, of course. And then I guess he was just writing shit for people behind the scenes before he came back and then did the hook for YG's song Toot It and Boot It. And then like I guess from there on he got like a more
So was this song before or after? So when I heard Paranoid in 2014, was that before Toot It and Boot It or after?
That was after. And I think Paranoid was his like breakout single.
That's it, because that dropped in 2014. That was the song that to me was like, yo, this shit is fire, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, first of all, this is like every cheating ass dude's fucking nightmare. So kudos to you for making this a fucking hit.
Right. Hey, so yeah, the song was called All Star with Kid Ink, I think in like 2011.
Okay.
Or 2012. And then somewhere along the lines, Toot It and Boot It, then Paranoid, and then of course the music video made it even doper. As you mentioned, everyone could fucking relate to it. Yep. Oh yeah, I forgot about that part.
Dude, talk about the rise and fall of someone super quick. Jesus.
Oh yeah, that was actually one of the more surprising things. At one point, B.O.B. was basically like a Drake on every fucking remix, making pop hits back to back, and he fucking.
Dog, if it wasn't for him, Bruno Mars probably would never popped.
Oh, for sure. That song was super dope. It was on the radio for like 4 years.
I think dominated the top 100 to like, where the fuck is he?
Mm-hmm.
So that was, I mean, I think that was more the 2000s, but still, like, that was quick, bro. Shit, that was super quick. All right, so let's keep going with NBA references. So we have 6th man of the year, Ty Dolla $ign, MVP, no question. Fucking Drake, has to be Drake.
Yeah.
What's most improved player? So who do you think was it from 2010 to 2019? Who was the most improved artist?
Shit, I'd probably have to say, I think Tyga is one person that comes to mind.
I would say best back. I would say most improved.
Okay.
Like he's like the same rapper.
That's true. I think he just has more of the spotlight. But maybe Mac Miller.
Damn, that's a good one.
Mac Miller.
Yeah, definitely just like a definitely, yeah. Yeah, you would never told me the guy who came out with Nikes on my feet would drop the Divine Feminine. That's a good one, bro. Yeah, I'll go with that. I'll go most improved Mac Miller. That's a really good one, yeah, because that's definitely a very huge evolution of an artist as a whole. All right, so we got Sixth Man of the Year, most improved, we got MVP. Who would you go with for? Damn, what's the other one to come back? So we have probably comeback player of the year of the decade. We'll go with Tyga.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one more fucking award that we usually give out. Oh, so like rookie. So going into the 2010s, the 2020, sorry, who's the rookie of the year? Like who's that person still very, very early in their career, but's gonna fucking ascend to absolute stardom in the next decade?
Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the decade.
Rookie of the decade. I might say Tory Lanez.
Stop with this shit, bro.
He's in everything.
Bro. First of all, yo, did you see that shit where like he posted on Twitter, he's like, yo, I hate all these cocky niggas that cocky for no reason. And then Meek was like, bro, you're the cockiest one.
I feel like he definitely was trolling with that shit. There's no way that was like,
oh
just
my
can't be
God.
completely oblivious to who he is already.
I was like, Meek, destroy this motherfucker, please.
Who do you think for who's gonna run shit?
Dude, what I hope, I really hope it's Boz from Dreamville. But I feel like he's not that like Dreamville is just not those kind of artists, you know what I mean? Like they're not gonna ever run
I don't
shit.
think he's trying to run shit either.
Right. They're just so well respected, they're gonna be around for a very, very long time.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, up and coming rookie of the year. Dude, I really hope this thing doesn't get fucking killed on some dumb shit, goes to jail forever. But I'm gonna go with the baby. Like
The Baby?
Yeah. Just like I can see him putting out quality music for the next 5 years.
Yeah, I mean his buzz is pretty.
If it's 5 more years, that means 2 years already. Like that's a 7-year run.
Yeah.
Shit, that's fucking that's more than most people could fucking even dream of. So.
Yeah. If he keeps his like creative side up that got him his look in the first place, then I think he'll definitely achieve like longevity and keep this up. His buzz hasn't died yet, which is crazy.
Which is crazy, bro. And I think he's just finding new ways to stay relevant, and like he's definitely figuring out ways to market to that Gen Z generation in a very cool way, you know, with the videos and the TikTok and all that shit. So yeah, I think he's definitely gonna be. I think he's my rookie of the decade. Because I don't. Obviously, we gotta fucking remove Drake from every fucking category, but just someone to come that quick, have a buzz, and just boom. I feel it was, if I look back to the entire decade, I feel like it's him, right? Because, again, we can say Drake just came in and took over, but not really, because the motherfucker was like on every mixtape with Weezy for like a 4-year run before he dropped So Far Gone. So you kind of knew of him. Like, yo, who the fuck is this actor, rapper? Like, who is that, right? It wasn't some, like, when this nigga dropped Suge, it's like, whoa, who the fuck? What? Like, what the fuck is this? So... and then, dude, I would say, which is crazy because we go back to this whole thing, is this hip hop or not? Dude, I would say in the second place for MVP would almost be fucking Post Malone, bro. But then it's like, is that? I think it is. Like, it still fucking falls into the culture. Right? He's all at fucking loud festivals and shit. Like,
it's always weird trying to like insert him into the conversation because he's not like spitting bars like that. But I think I still would include him because so many people fucking discounted him in the beginning and like just never thought this kid was gonna be shit, and he's damn near up there with Drake.
Yeah, dude.
Not as an MC, but
no, but just numbers and shit.
Yeah.
When he dropped White Iverson, it was like, this is cute, bro. But like, what's going on? That you're white and you have braids. That's cool. That's that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And then that album dropped, and I was like, holy shit! Like that shit was fire. So I would say
I switched.
Yeah, I switched quick.
Yeah, no options. I heard that. So it was early morning, and I remember this because I was on the way to visit my grandma in the hospital, and my brother and I were driving over, and he had no options bumping. It was the first time I ever heard it. I'm like, who the fuck is this? And he's like, Post Malone. And like, ever since that moment, I went back to listen to the album. It was like I found gold that was fucking sitting right in front of me.
That's how I felt. I'm like, yo, I'm bumping this shit and no one else is, bro. Like, I remember having that moment of like, motherfuckers. Like, yeah, I think the song for me was, the Whitney Houston song. And I was just like, bro, like, how the fuck are you so melodic and like going back and forth? Or you're kind of rapping, but you're not, and you're hitting your fucking musical tone so well. I'm like, this is, and over like a fucking like hip hop beat, I was like, bro, this guy's fucking different level, bro. So yeah, I would say second the MVP race in the 2010s. Again, even though this motherfucker only came out like in 2016, but still, bro, the impact that Post had in that decade is wild, bro.
Did they ever explain why his album didn't like surge until like a year later or some shit?
The thing is that Fallen, the song that I fucking love, that fucking that once that became like I guess Billboard single, then the rest of the album's fucking streaming numbers went through the fucking roof.
Okay. Yeah, it's crazy what one song could do to like your entire career.
Facts, bro. Because yeah, once people started seeing, and dude, I feel like that song only became an actual single once people started seeing footage of him performing it. And you're like, holy shit, he can actually sing. It's not some crazy auto-tune bullshit. Like,
yeah.
Because that was the thing. Remember when we saw him at Rolling Loud? Like, yo, they were having audio problems, bro. Like, remember, like, we couldn't even understand Travis Scott at all. And then Post went on is like, yep, I got this. Don't worry.
Yep. All he needs is fucking his voice and a guitar. Like, he'll do, a Bud Light and a cigarette, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would say, runner-up for MVP. So we got MVP, Most Improved Player, Sixth Man of the Year, Rookie of the Decade. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all the major categories.
I would say, now that I think about it, for the improvement, I would add Nipsey in there too. Sure. I don't know if musically, I think he's always been pretty consistent, but I think just like as a figure, like 2010, no one really cared about him unless you were like from Cali and like just cared about West Coast rap.
Right.
Come fucking last year, everyone knows about him, even if they're not like deep in hip hop like that. So
I agree with you.
It takes a lot of work in 10 years to go from like quote unquote nobody to a fucking icon, like god in your industry.
100%. All right, so what is your bold prediction for the 2010s?
Bold prediction for 2010s.
Like one thing when we fucking do Audio Theory episode 15,000, like what's the one thing you're gonna be like, yo, this is what's definitely gonna change the world of hip hop or whatever in the 2010s?
So you mean 2020s?
Yes, my bad, 2020s, yeah.
So I'll actually do two, one for this year and one for the whole decade.
Okay.
This year, I think Kendrick's gonna run shit. This is gonna be his year, I think. He's gonna come back with something.
Because niggas have been super low key for a while.
Yeah. So I think he's gonna run shit versus like a Kendrick or Travis. And then for the decade, I think we're gonna have essentially another Drake, so to speak, or Kendrick, another legend. I mean, I guess that's not the boldest thing. I mean, 10 years.
I mean, it pretty is, bro, because these niggas still putting out music. So I actually like that prediction.
Well, I guess, we'll have like another
Mount Rushmore person.
Yeah, Mount Rushmore top 5 rapper combo type dude to make an appearance.
I like that. I'm gonna go with that one. So I'm gonna agree with you on that one. I'm gonna steal that one. So yeah, I think we're gonna have another person that's like gonna go down as far as like one of the greatest to ever do it. You know what I mean? And I don't think that person's out right now. That's my also. Like, I don't think that person's out.
Yeah, I don't think it's any.
We don't know him
either.
We don't know him or her right now.
Yeah.
Calm down, Me Too movement. Yeah, fucking with jumping rope. And then my second bold prediction, I guess I go with it. I'll do the same thing you did. So for the 2020s, I'll say, yeah, we'll have another icon. And then for the 2020, I'm going to say that Young Thug is going to run shit. He'll drop another album in 2020 and absolutely fucking just be unquestionable, like the number one hip hop person. Just like, damn, like, yo, you want to have a fucking hit, you got to get Thug on the track.
Yeah.
And he's kind of been that guy for the past like 4 years anyway, but I feel like what he did on So Much Fun, that album, like so effortlessly, like, bro, legit, like I remember like the album dropped in like September and like I had moments of like, not depression, but like being sad, but I fucking put that album on, I'm like, yo, life is amazing, bro. Like,
so it sounds like he literally had so much fun making that album,
bro. And then, dude, remember when we were at that hookah lounge in Austin? They kept playing like the entire album, like videos, like on loop.
Yeah, yeah.
Just so happy, like look.
Fuck, I missed that place. By the way, that shit was so good.
Side note. So I was thinking about that place because I went to a Dominican nightclub in New York for my boy's birthday. Like when I was just there like last week, bro. It was kind of the vibe, but a little more scarier. Cause like in Austin, like yeah, there were like some like OGs in there, right? When like it got busy, but nothing was ever really gonna pop off. You know what I mean? Right. It's just like, yeah, everyone's mad chill, smoking hookah, like relaxing, watching YouTube videos. But bro, at this nightclub, yo, 3 security guards, metal detectors, and like every like drug dealer in the Bronx / Manhattan area. Like, just like surrounding the bar, just waiting for shit to pop off. So it was like, I told my boy, like, yo, I'm gonna be here for an hour. I'm gonna buy you a couple shots, and I'm getting the fuck out. And that's exactly what the fuck I did, bro. Because I was like, bro, like, I'm on vacation. I'm not really ready for this shit right now. Like,
right.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm with my parents. Like, I want to go home, bro.
It always intrigues me. Is like, is it scarier or more comforting when there's like metal detectors and 40 security guards?
It's scary, bro. It is scarier.
You're like, why do we need this level of security for this place?
What happened before? Like, why is there like what happened last week that we didn't have this and now you're fucking like, right. Like still is a don't like, you have like, you pat me down security. All right, cool, I'm cool with that. But damn, like we need to get like fucking devices now. Like, oof. I was like, bro, this is. And then I had to take my jacket off. I was really in a weird vibe because like, yo, it's fucking 2020 and it was a cash only bar. I was like, what?
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah,
like,
that shit doesn't make sense.
Cash on me? Like, what? So, like, I was fucking tight already, bro.
Yeah.
So, and then I was like, yeah, bro. Like,
that's how you know shady shit's going down.
Yeah, bro. I'm like, yo, I don't want someone just to bump into me, then I give him a fucking look, and they're like, yo, what are you going to do? And he has like 10 niggas with him. I'm with my girl. I'm like, fuck. I ain't trying to play tough in 2020, bro. Like, yo, I'm like, right. Yo, I'm an R&B nigga right now. Like, yo, get the fuck out of here. All right, so that's our bold predictions for 2020 and next year. What are a couple of quick things you want to bring up real quick before we get out of here?
Oh, you excited for the? You're obviously excited for the Mac Miller album that was announced, Circles.
Amazing, bro. Yeah, Mac Miller's new album. I think it's called Pools. No,
Circles.
Oh, Circles. Yeah, Circles. Yeah. So I think it was the whole thing. It's like where he's. I guess the idea. Like I guess the cool thing is that he was already working on this specific album before he died, which is like better than like usually like if you think of like other artists, like they're just doing a bunch of music and then if they die, unfortunately, then their managers kind of like just try to put it all together. Yeah. So I guess as a fan, like which both of us are obviously huge fans and people listen to this obviously know that, it's good. I feel like I'm excited because I feel like it's going to be a very cohesive album, you know, post
yeah. Yeah. And like I mentioned to you, I think it'll be like a guilt-free listen because a lot of times when artists pass, you never know if like they wanted the music to be released in the first place. Whereas in this case, his family explicitly said, yo, like he wanted the world to hear this. So you can, I think if anything, it'll be like you're kind of listening with him, not to sound corny as hell. It'll just make it like that much more special, quote unquote.
100%, bro. And it's like, what's crazy, man, like, he literally dropped, like, this is not like me fucking building up hype. Like, yo, Swimming was a fucking classic, bro. So the fact that you dropped that and they're doing interviews knowing very damn well you have a whole album ready to go, like, at the drop of a hat is also fucking wild. Like, you know what I mean? Like, here's what you drop. People like work up their entire life to drop like one fucking classic. And the fact you could drop it and like, yo, I got like another one ready to go. That's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Right,
so that comes out when? Next Friday?
Next Friday.
Yep.
January 17th. Yeah, next Friday.
Yep.
So nice. Midnight. I'm downloading that shit on Thursday, and then all weekend, bro. I might even do what you do. We might just fucking call it at work and do like a live stream on Audio Theory on Instagram. And be like, yeah. Thoughts. And then on a funnier note, bro, I think the funniest shit I've seen in a while, I know you've been off the gram, but I had to put you on, was Tom Hanks' son at the Golden Globes with the Jamaican accent. Yo,
I don't even remember what the fuck you said.
Bro, it was amazing. Amazing, bro. That shit was fucking hysterical.
Wait, you did award him a solid 7.7 or something.
7.7
out of 10.
Bro. So honestly, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm gonna rate people who aren't Jamaican doing Jamaican accents, the worst one out of top 3. So the worst one is DJ Khaled. Second is Drake, and then this motherfucker is like number 1, bro. Like he, like out of the people who are not from the islands, this motherfucker has the best one by far.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you haven't seen it, go check out Tom Hanks' son just acting a fool, but being, but it's funny because like people were actually like losing their minds over this shit. Like, how dare you?
They're like getting angry and shit. It's not like he said nigga, even though he did say that in the past.
Yeah, but he didn't do it now. And like the cool thing is that he followed it up with like another video. He's like, man, everyone going crazy. Like, he just like
just taking it. I mean, it's working.
Like just troll. But I was like, bro, fucking literally like, we're about to go to World War III, and y'all mad that this fucking rich boy is doing a Jamaican accent. Like, out of all the shit to be mad about right now, like, this is big.
Yeah. Meanwhile, fucking Iran is deep in our fucking government trying to fuck shit up.
Fuck shit up, bro. I was like, bro, someone, just get Trump away from the fucking nuclear codes. Like, bro, like, this dude's about to be on fucking Twitter, like, all right, fuck it. Like, just everybody dies, bro. I was like, yo, chill, fucking 30, though. Like,
I'm just praying that we're good in Cali because we're the furthest away. I think geographically, hopefully. Fuck.
From Iran? Oh yeah, because Iran is more towards like the Middle East. Yeah, you're right. I mean, we're all fucked, bro. But yeah, hopefully we never have to deal with that shit. Shout out to salute to the troops out there because that's fucking wild. All right, man. So our first episode 2020 in the books. We got to end it correctly. What has been your heat of the week and something you're bumping constantly, going into the year right now?
Yeah. So speaking of, I guess Travis or his camp, I heard this new song right before New Year's by, what's the dude's name? Don Tolliver?
Yep, Don Oliver.
Don. I see a T in it, but that just seems weird to me.
Yeah. I think you're right the first time. I think it's Don Tolliver.
Unless the T is silent, you never know with rappers these days. But whatever the dude's name
song,
is, Don Tolliver.
What to Do?
No, it was actually his own single. It was called "Can't Feel My Legs."
Okay.
So I've first heard about him from the Astroworld album on "Can't Say."
Oh my Travis. God, fire song.
And this dude has a song called "Can't Feel My Legs." Clearly, this nigga can't do anything, but the song is super fire. The music video is typical rapper shit. He's in a strip club fucking throwing money for like 5 minutes, but the beat is super hard. His vocals, as you know, are like similar to like Travis's style, but like a more like Caribbean or Canadian-ish style. I don't know, but it's fucking fire, and I've been playing that nonstop.
He's rapping but really singing the whole time.
Yeah. Whatever you want to call that flow is super catchy, so I like that song. "Can't Feel My Legs" by Don Tolliver.
Part of Jack Boys, yeah. So
Jack
talking
Boys.
About Jack Boys, it's crazy. We're both gonna have like a Jack Boy related song, but not being Travis. So that's crazy how like Travis like putting on all these fucking people. But my fucking heat of the week, because this dude, like, I guess like in right now the big movement in New York City as far as hip hop culture is really like the drill music. like the Chief Keef kind of shit, but like they have like their own like Brooklyn drill music coming through, and like the leader of that movement is Pop Smoke, and Pop Smoke is on the song with Travis called Gotti on the Jack Boys album, bro. Fire, bro. Like I heard it the first time when it dropped, and I was like, all right, it's cool. And bro, I heard that shit at that club. I was terrified for my life, and like that. So I was like, yo, everyone is losing their minds to this shit. And that's when I went home and like heard it again. I'm like, it makes sense. It's fire, bro.
It sounds like club fighting music, which I don't mind. I mean, I don't fight in the club, but when you hear it in those environments, it gets you super amped.
Super amped. It's like, yo, it's time to go. It's time to go. But yo, yeah, Gotti, Pop Smoke. I went and did like research. Like Pop Smoke has another album, a song called "Welcome to the Party," which is fire, bro. Like the way he sounds like a New York version of Giggs.
He
Giggs,
does.
Right? Like the British rapper Giggs.
Crazy. I thought it was him when I first heard it.
Yo, same. No,
that raspy whisper
really,
voice.
Dude, I think I read somewhere like, yo, it sounds like Pop Smoke came out the womb smoking Newports, but like in a good way. You know what I mean? But yeah, dude, I no bullshit. I went for my first fucking run yesterday of the year, 4-mile run, bro. I'm telling you, I listened to that song on repeat for like 8 in a row. I was like, yo, this. And I even like, I didn't even get to Travis's part. I just fucking hit repeat. I'm like, yo, no, go back to Pop Smoke's part.
Did you shank anyone on the way?
No. I was like, yo, but like anyone get in my way, I'm gonna fucking knock your ass out. But yo, have you seen the video?
No, I haven't. I didn't even know there was one.
Bro, so they did a whole like movie for the entire album. So you can check it out on like YouTube or like Apple Music. But yo, the video for Gotti, like it's just them in a Bugatti cruising through Brooklyn. Like, yo, like the visuals are crazy. Like the camera angles are crazy. And then like they're all doing like the Bobby Shmurda dances, like him and Travis Scott. Like, bro, like the shit is fucking flawless. So for sure, heat of the week, probably heat of the month. Pop Smoke, Travis Scott, Gotti. Definitely go check that out.
Nice.
All right, bro. So we want to tell the people before we get out of here, man. What should they expect going into 2020?
I don't know. I mean, I think since it's a brand new year, we'll probably have some new and exciting stuff for you guys to share along the way. Obviously, if you have recommendations, feel free to let us know in the comments or message us or whatever the case may be.
Facts.
But I think we've built some pretty positive momentum. So we'll just keep trying to give you guys good content that you can't find elsewhere.
100%,
like
man.
and share.
We're taking over in 2020, man. That's the fucking bold prediction. Number 3 of the fucking night. I'll give you more content. We'll get some guests here at some point as well if that's needed. But just right now, me and my boy Chemic taking over, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. So every Wednesday, check us out. Podcasts, YouTube. Do your thing, bro.
Word.
We're out.
All right, man. Peace.